Welcome to Walk the Crime, where we unravel the human stories woven into the cases that captivate and haunt us. Today we're stepping into the extraordinary life and tragic death of Dr. Amie Harwick, a Hollywood therapist, author, and tireless advocate for those at risk. Her journey was one of resilience, empowerment, and compassion, but it was cut short by a chilling act of violence that shook those who knew her. Join me as we walk through this case, piecing together Amie's vibrant legacy and the devastating events that stole her from this world. Amie Nicole Harwick was born on May 20th, 1981 in Sellersville, Pennsylvania, a small town just north of Philadelphia. She's the daughter of Penny and Tom Harwick and grew up in nearby Lansdale, a tight-knit community where her magnetic personality shone early. Friends recall Amie as a whirlwind of creativity and curiosity, always eager to explore new ideas. At North Penn High School, she was a standout, active in theater, cheerleading, and academics, graduating in 1999 with dreams that stretched far beyond her hometown. Amie headed west to Cal Poly Pomona, where she pursued a bachelor's degree in psychology, but her path was anything but conventional. She dove into the vibrant Los Angeles scene, modeling for Playboy and performing as a go-go dancer at local clubs. Her bold choices reflected her fearless spirit. Amie had a fascination with collecting taxidermy, vintage poison bottles, and even purchasing her own coffin as a quirky statement piece. Her friends described her as a kaleidoscope of passion, someone who lived every moment with intensity. Yet, Amie's true calling was helping others heal. After earning a master's degree in clinical psychology from Pepperdine University, she became a licensed marriage and family therapist, opening a practice in West Hollywood. In 2014, she published her first book, A Candid Guide to Self-Awareness and Intimacy, that resonated with readers nationwide. Amie's media presence grew, with appearances on Braxton Family Values, documentaries, and numerous podcasts, where her warmth and expertise made her a trusted voice in mental health. As we walk through this case, Amie's dedication to others comes into sharp focus. She poured her energy into advocacy, particularly for marginalized communities. Amie joined Pineapple Support, a nonprofit providing free mental health resources to adult industry performers, a group often stigmatized and underserved. She also served on the board of Rock to Recovery, a program using music therapy to support addiction, recovery, and mental health. Her clients praised her as a transformative force, blending empathy with practical tools for healing. Amie's advocacy was deeply personal. As a survivor of DV, she understood the pain and the courage it took to break free. She worked relentlessly to support survivors, offering pro bono counseling and speaking at events to raise awareness. Her friend and colleague noted that Amie had an uncanny ability to make every client feel seen, saying, "She was a safe haven for so many." Her mission was clear: to empower others to reclaim their lives. Amie's personal life also captured attention. In 2017, she met comedian Drew Carey at a Hollywood party, and their connection was instant. Their romance blossomed, leading to an engagement in January 2018. Carey introduced her as his fiancée on The Price is Right, beaming with pride. Though their relationship ended later that year, it remained amicable. Carey later shared that Amie was a love like no other, a woman whose positivity left a lasting imprint on his heart. But as we walk through this case, a darker chapter unfolds. In the early 2010s, Amie entered a relationship with Gareth Pershouse, a software engineer and freelance photographer. What began as a romance soon turned toxic. Over their 18-month relationship, Amie endured physical and emotional harm, including incidents where Pershouse allegedly choked her, suffocated her, and slammed her head into the ground. Amie took legal action, filing multiple restraining orders to protect herself. Even after their breakup, Pershouse's harassment didn't stop. Amie reported ongoing incidents, including a suspected break-in at her home in 2016, where she believed he was responsible. She lived with a lingering fear, confiding in friends about his obsession. Despite her efforts to move forward, Purse House remained a shadow in her life, unwilling to let go. In January 2020, the shadow grew darker. Amie attended an awards show in Los Angeles representing Pineapple Support. Unbeknownst to her, Purse House was there, working as a photographer. Witnesses described a heated confrontation with Purse House, yelling insults and accusing Amie of ruining his life. Shaken, Amie texted friends about the encounter and sent herself an email documenting her fear, writing, "I'm worried he's not going to stop." Her instincts were tragically intuitive. On February 14, 2020, Amie embraced Valentine's Day with her signature zest. She joined friends for a burlesque performance at the Globe Theater, laughing and dancing in a rosary beaded necklace that would later become a key piece of evidence. Afterward, she enjoyed tea at the Nomad, savoring the night with close companions. Around 1 a.m. on February 15th, she returned to her Hollywood Hills apartment, a place she considered her sanctuary. But her sanctuary had been violated. Prosecutors later revealed that Gareth Pursehouse had broken into Amie's apartment earlier that day, lying in wait for hours. Around 1:16 a.m., her roommate, asleep downstairs, was jolted awake by Amie's screams and the sound of a violent struggle. He frantically searched for his phone but couldn't find it. Desperate, he ran to the neighbors for help, pounding on doors, but no one answered. Finally, he found someone to call 911. Police arrived swiftly, discovering a horrific scene. Amie lay 20 feet below her third-floor balcony, battered and unresponsive. Paramedics rushed her to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where doctors fought to save her. Tragically, at 3:26 a.m., Amie passed away due to her injuries. An autopsy revealed the brutal truth. She died from blunt force trauma to her head and torso, with evidence of manual strangulation. Investigators uncovered chilling evidence at the scene: bloodstains, a broken rosary necklace, and signs of a struggle painted a grim picture. Most disturbing was a syringe found in the apartment containing a lethal dose of nicotine, a rare weapon. The evidence pointed to a premeditated attack, with Pursehouse as the prime suspect. Hours after the crime, police arrest Gareth Pursehouse at his home, charging him with first-degree murder, residential burglary, and a special circumstance of lying in wait. As we walk through this case, the investigation reveals a man consumed by obsession. Pursehouse's history of harm to Amie, coupled with the physical evidence, built a strong case against him. The trial began in August 2023 at the Van Nuys Courthouse in Los Angeles. Prosecutors painted Pursehouse as a calculated predator, presenting the syringe, Amie's broken necklace, and witness testimony about the behavior at the awards ceremony. The defense argued that Pursehouse acted in a moment of emotional distress, but the jury wasn't convinced. On September 28, 2023, after 2 days of deliberation, they found him guilty on all counts. On December 6, 2023, Pursehouse was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Amie's mother, Penny, spoke in court saying, "No sentence can bring her back, but we hope this brings awareness to others." The verdict was a step towards justice, but for those who loved Amie, the loss remains boundless. Dr. Amie Harwick's life was a testament to the power of compassion. Her work with Pineapple Support continues to provide mental health resources to adult industry performers, and Rock to Recovery carries forward her belief in music as healing. Friends and colleagues launched a fundraiser for a memorial statue in Lansdale, aiming to memorialize her spirit in her hometown. Her friend reflected, "Amie was a comet, bright, fleeting, and unforgettable." Drew Carey, devastated by Amie's death, has become a vocal advocate for DV prevention, urging lawmakers to strengthen protections for survivors. In a 2020 interview, he tearfully called Amie a gift to the world, vowing to honor her through action. Her clients and friends echo the sentiment, sharing stories of how Amie's guidance transformed their lives. Amie's story also shines a light on the broader issue of intimate partner violence. In the US, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience some form of DV in their lifetime. Amie's advocacy for survivors continues to inspire action, reminding us that change begins with awareness and support for those in need. As we walk through this case, Amie Harwick's life challenges us to celebrate resilience, champion the vulnerable, and confront the reality of DV. At Walk the Crime, we tell these stories not just to uncover the truth, but to spark change. If you or someone you know is experiencing DV, help is available. The National DV Hotline is there 24/7, and local resources can help provide support. Let's honor Amie by building a world where no one lives in fear. Thank you for joining us on Walk the Crime. If Amie's story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share this video to keep her legacy alive. In the comments, share how you'll carry forward her mission, whether through advocacy, kindness, or support for others. Until our next case, stay vigilant, stay compassionate, and keep walking the path to justice.